Hello, and welcome back to the Aligned Living podcast. My name is Iesha Delune, and today I'm going to be talking with you about cultivating real and lasting confidence. And I'm going to be talking about it with you in three really specific ways that my intention is are deeply useful and practical. So, way number one, first bit of advice for today is the key to confidence is to be you. Now, I couldn't be bone deep confident trying to be you, even if I faked it all the way to making it, because it would be a mask that I would always have to wear. And you couldn't be bone deep confident in all situations trying to be me because you're not me and I'm not you. And guess what? Life is meant to be a symphony where we're all playing our own instruments. We're not actually meant to be the same. Like monocultures isn't how nature thrives. If you think about a forest, it's all the differences, all the different types of flora and fauna that make it this incredible, balanced, thriving whole, and human beings are the same. So you're here to play your piece, your note in the song, your instrument in the orchestra. So to be really confident, it begins with permission to be you. Now, if being you is scary because you don't like you, and maybe you don't like the word scary, but if being you fills you with, I'm not good enough, or triggers all of your stuff, I'm going to suggest that that's because you don't actually really know you. Because believe me, I have walked this path of self-discovery, that homecoming to your true essence with so many clients over the last 21 years. And you are really worth the time and effort it takes to get to know you and to land congruently in your natural state. Because when you are living aligned, when you're living congruently, it will feel lovely, I promise. So knowing you is really important because your alignment is part of what builds that confidence. So in one of my earlier episodes, I was talking about the care label, and I was talking about, let's say, a tropical fish trying to be thriving, up at the North Pole or something like that. We can so often be feeling lack of confidence because we're in an environment that is so unnatural to us. So when we know who we are, when we're willing to learn and correctly interpret those signals of incongruence, that's how we trial and correct our way to actually living in alignment. So said differently, this is really about integrity. And I don't mean whatever social constructs you were programmed with in terms of whatever integrity is, but you living with the integrity, holding the integrity of your own alignment. Because this is where confidence comes from. You can't be confident being someone else, but you can be confident at being you, and no one on planet Earth will be better, more natural, and more confident at being you than you. So that's the first thing, be you. The second thing is I want to just name that people talk about confidence like it's a fixed state, like, someone has confidence or they don't have confidence. And by a fixed state, it's like how tall you are as an adult, right? It's not going to change. But confidence is actually a weaving. It's this multifaceted weaving of what we bring on any given day and where we're bringing it. So factors are things like our internal state at the time, what we're doing, where we're doing it, who we're doing it with or for, and how those people are responding. All of those things weave together to create the internal experience of confidence, or to create the external experience of confidence, which I mean is people looking at someone and going, oh, wow, they're so confident. It's a weaving. It's not a fixed state, and it's not just one thing. So I want to give you some examples of this just to help undo this idea that you can have confidence or not have confidence like it's a light switch that's either on or off. So I have worked with very, very confident people who are derailed in certain situations, or if they're getting a certain response. So I'll give you some examples. Let's say you've got a confident brain surgeon who's not confident in the bedroom. Or you've got an amazing public speaker, like totally confident no matter how large, or even if the audience is a bit hostile, but they're not confident and self-assured enough to stay present in a conversation with a loved one who's been hurt by their behaviour. They've got to shut it down or run away or deflect or blame or any of those patterns. You could have someone that's really confident in the kitchen, just effortless, yummy food, but they're not confident that they're a good parent. You might have someone confident with meeting new people, but they're not confident to start a meaningful conversation with a grieving friend, or they're not confident that they know what to say, so they shy away from those sorts of conversations with someone they care about who's not in a resourced place. You might have someone that's really confident socially, unless they're not getting a good response from the humour they inject. And just one more, I could go on and on, but let's say someone might be confident in sharing a need with a loved one or sharing a goal, unless that person reacts badly. If they react badly, then all of a sudden that confidence can dissolve and they're thinking, oh, am I being needy? Oh, I didn't have any right to ask that. Oh, I should have, all of that confidence they went in with can be derailed depending on how the person responds. So that's just a few ways of looking at it. So confidence is a weaving. It's about our internal state at the time. Yes, our past. Yes, our current. Yes, our, mind and body and experiences. But our internal state is also in flux. If you go back to an earlier episode, I talked about being resourced and unresourced. So our internal state will make a huge difference to how confident we feel in any given moment. What we're actually doing, because there's going to be things that you're confident in doing. So was working with a client recently who is absolutely amazing with young children. You know how some people, if a baby's crying, they want to hand it over to someone else who knows what they're doing? This is the person you would hand the baby over to, like totally confident. But she does not recognize or kind of label herself as a confident person, because she's not kind of the showstopper that arrives at a social event and claims all the attention and is, doing stand-up comedy in a social event kind of thing. So it's like there will be things that you are incredibly confident at doing, and they're so natural that you don't even realize it. And because they're effortless and natural, we don't even necessarily think of it as an important skill. Often people will, idolize or think that someone over there doing that thing, oh wow, they're so confident, and dismiss the things that come naturally to us. It's really quite common. So there's what we're doing, there's where we're doing it. So there's sometimes people who get really confident. So I've worked with clients who have, let's say, worked their way up in the same organization. Maybe they've been there 10 years and they're very confident there. But when they get a job somewhere else, all of a sudden the confidence didn't come with them, because maybe the confidence was based on the fact that they knew the other people and they knew the other people respected their work, or it can be a little bit destabilizing. And often when someone comes to me like that as a client, they're a bit shocked about it. They didn't realize the external factors to their confidence. They just thought that they were professionally confident, which you don't know till you try. So there's what we're doing, there's where we're doing it, and there's who we're doing it for and with. So there's sometimes we can be like, there might be some people that you feel really confident to just dance and let go and just be yourself and have fun with. And there might be other people that you would feel self-conscious with, just to make up an example. And the other bit is how those people are responding. So there's lots of factors, and it's a weaving. There is no fixed state. And if you identify as someone that's not confident, please know that that's not fixed. It's a combination of things. And if you and I were in a one-on-one conversation, I guarantee I would be able to find some things that you were really confident at doing and being that you're probably dismissing. The third way that we're going to be talking about confidence is really breaking it down into a recognizable skill set. So let me tell you what I mean. What most people see as confidence in a person is usually a real world skill set. So, not some magical inner state that some people have and some people don't. And all skill sets are learnable. So, yes, there is some naturalness. So, let's say you might go snowboarding with a group of friends and no one's been snowboarding before. And some people will get up without falling over the first time and make it all the way down the mountain, and other people will flail about falling over all the time. But with enough practice and skill, both of you will make it down the mountain. The more natural it feels to you, the easier it will be to learn. So if you think about an area of life where you would like to be more confident. So sometimes this is you want to be more confident when you're dating, or you want to be more confident in conversations. You want to not kind of keep the peace at the expense of your peace. So you need to get comfortable. You need to build the conversational skills to be present in conversations where people don't naturally agree with each other. Maybe you want to be confident to speak up in meetings. You want to be more confident in your body. You want to be more confident swimming in the ocean that's deeper than your height because you've got trauma from watching Jaws when you're a child. Who knows, right? But let's name it as a skill set, whatever it is that you want to get more confident in doing. And it could be through any life area. It could be confident in your own, intelligence in a particular way. It could be mental skills, emotional skills. It could be communication skills. It might be the confidence of, having a regulated nervous system so you can be more resourced in whatever you're doing. Think of an area where you would like to be more confident and break it down. Try and break it down into a skill set. Because there's a saying, it's not my saying, and I can't credit whoever said it because I don't know. I heard it from someone else. But I absolutely love it. And it's like, if you can name a problem, it's like, the problem is I don't know how to do this thing. So if you can name a problem, then you don't have a problem anymore. You have a project, which speaks deeply to me as a coach because I'm a coach. I love the coaching method. And with any skill, and I promise confidence broken down will be a skill set, the coaching method is, where are you now? Where would you like to be? And let's plot the path from where you are now to where you want to be and take the steps, learn the skills. Physical, emotional, mental, all three woven together, it's all good. So think of the area that you want to be more confident in, name it as a skill set, and ask yourself, how can I improve it? How can I improve in this area? How can I learn about this? Who could teach me? And it might be that you invest in working with someone like me, or it might be, if it's a physical thing, like you want to be better at playing tennis, well, find yourself a tennis coach and maybe try a few so that you find one that, speaks in a way that really works for you, that helps build your confidence instead of, making you feel ashamed of fumbling or whatever it is. Find the person that's right for you and learn the skill. I want to say one more thing before I finish on this third point, and that is just to keep in mind when it comes to skill sets that there are two types of confidence, and it's incredibly important to understand the difference between the two of them. The first type of confidence is your ability to do a thing. Like the brain surgeon, world-renowned brain surgeon, is confident in being a brain surgeon because of how much study they did and how much successful brain surgery they did. So the first type of confidence is being, or the client who's really good at comforting children of all kinds, right? It comes from lived experience. So that's the confidence in, given this situation, I'm confident that I can help. I'm confident as a holistic life coach that I can help you if what's going on is in my, range of skills and experience. The second type of confidence is the internal confidence in your ability to learn something. So let's say when I began my business 21 years ago, I didn't have the confidence in my skills that I have now because I was just starting. But the internal state of having confidence that I could get good at them with enough time and practice. So the snowboarder that first time down the mountain is falling all over the place and hopefully laughing because you may as well, they could have the internal state of confidence that with enough practice, they could learn how to do it, and with ongoing practice, they could learn how to do it well. So many people come to learning a new skill set wanting that first type of confidence before they've had any experience. So they might say something like, oh, I'm just not confident as a public speaker. It turns out they've done one public speaking situation and they weren't confident, and that's their whole experience. Well, you're not going to have that, oh, I speak to audiences every week of various sizes type of confidence if you haven't put the time in. The reason I'm mentioning that is because my whole third point is name it as a skill set. And if it's a new skill set to you, you will not have that first type of confidence that's only going to come with hours of effort, trial and correction and experience, and that's okay. All you need to do is keep in mind that every single thing that you've done today so far, so it might have included successfully using a toilet, walking, talking, maybe driving, all of those things, there was a point in your developmental history where you couldn't do those things and you had to trial and correct and learn your way there. There is something you've done today confidently that you had to learn how to do through experience. So please keep that in mind. Whatever you've named as the area that you want to get more confident in, it's exactly the same thing. Put the time in. How many hours of effort goes into a little toddler learning to walk? Different amounts of time depending on the toddler, but they get there. So you can put the time in, be willing, be humble enough to stumble around while you're learning, trial and correct, and you can build that other type of confidence, which is that confidence that comes from lived experience. So that is what I want to say to you about confidence today. Number one, be you. And if you don't know how to comfortably be you, or you don't know yourself well enough to come home into the naturalness of being you, please reach out to me or someone like me and do that work. You will never, ever regret the time and effort that you put into that homecoming. It's the most important relationship you have, and it will infuse and impact and nourish every other relationship that you're part of. Second, confidence is not a fixed state. It's not a light switch that you have or you don't have. It's a weaving of various elements. And number three, if there's something that you want to be more confident in, name it as a skill set. And then begin your way to learning. Thank you so much for listening. It's just such a deep honor to have you and your time listening to this episode, and I hope to see you again next time.